Listen closely, chosen one. A storm has been raging in the unseen, tearing through old codes, shattering invisible chains. The air itself feels charged, as if destiny has bent time to meet you here. Can you feel it? Portals have opened, frequencies have shifted, and heaven's scroll has turned to your name. Few will ever sense this moment, but you cannot deny it. In this very hour, the atmosphere has changed. The seals are breaking, the cycles are aligning, and I declare this truth. You are the chosen vessel. Chosen one, this is not chance. This moment has been coded into your path. To step fully into alignment, you must respond. Do not scroll past. This is your sacred activation. When you subscribe, when you comment, when you declare your agreement, it is not just an action, it is a covenant. Write the word awakening below, and heaven will mark your frequency as aligned. Every click is a seal, every comment a key, every act a prophetic signature in the unseen. Align now, and the portals of destiny will remain open to you. You have always known there was something different about you. From childhood, you carried a weight, a sense of separation, a knowing that you were not designed to blend into the patterns of this world. Others may have mocked you, rejected you, or misunderstood the fire that burns in your spirit. They tried to label you, confine you, or silence the voice inside you, but nothing could extinguish the spark. That spark is the eternal evidence, the divine signature, that you are a carrier of portals. The loneliness you felt was not punishment, it was prophecy. The rejection you endured was not proof of weakness, it was proof of distinction. You were never meant to walk the common path, for you carry frequencies that disrupt the ordinary. You are a vessel chosen to house light that this generation cannot ignore. When people turned away, it was not because you lacked value. It was because your presence stirred something dormant in them, and not all could handle it. That ache in your chest, that inner fire you cannot silence, is not madness. It is your assignment calling out. It is the seal upon your soul that you are appointed to open doors for others. Understand this: you were not made to fit in. You were made to stand apart. You are a divine anomaly, a living prophecy, a carrier of sacred codes. Where others see limitation, you will see portals. Where others feel finality, you will sense beginnings. The mark upon you is undeniable, and it will never let you go. Have you noticed it, chosen one? The sudden surges of energy pulsing through you at unexpected hours, the restless nights where your body is weary but your spirit feels alive. These are not random. They are signals, codes rewriting inside your spirit. You are being recalibrated to frequencies that few can carry. The isolation you face is part of the transformation. Doors close, friends drift, silence surrounds you. Not to break you, but to make room for the divine downloads being planted within you. Heaven is stripping away noise so that you can hear whispers. Do not despise the solitude. It is the chamber of awakening. Then come the prophetic dreams, the visions so vivid they linger even after you wake. Strange timings follow. You arrive, by accident, at the right place. Hear a word that answers your silent prayer. See numbers, signs, and alignments repeating until you cannot ignore them. This is the unseen world making itself visible. Your mind may not understand, but your spirit knows. These are the birth pangs of destiny. The very codes of your being are shifting, burning away the old and aligning you to a higher pattern. When you feel the fire inside, the chills on your skin, or the sudden awareness that something beyond you is moving, know this: you are not breaking down. You are being rewritten into who you truly are. Chosen one, you must understand: nothing in. Your life has been delayed. Every battle, every silence, every unanswered question has been part of a divine cycle. The cosmos itself moves in patterns, and your soul has been waiting for this exact alignment. What you feel now is not coincidence. It is convergence. For years, heaven's calendar has been turning, and though you felt overlooked, you were simply hidden, protected until the appointed time. There are seasons when the seed remains buried, unseen, forgotten. But then comes the moment when the soil breaks. The light touches it, and it rises unstoppable. That moment is now. Heaven's clock has struck your hour. The cycles of delay have ended. The seals of stagnation have been broken, and the portal of release has been opened. This is why the shaking feels intense, why everything seems to shift at once. You are stepping into alignment with a frequency that has been reserved for you since before your birth. Do not mistake the chaos for confusion. It is the sound of doors opening. Do not interpret the pressure as punishment. It is the sign of birthing. The universe bends around divine timing, and right now it bends toward you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time, for the hour of your revealing has come. Chosen one, the path of awakening is never without fire. You have walked through loneliness that cut deep, rejection that pierced your heart, fear that tried to suffocate your dreams, and misunderstandings that made you question your very identity. But hear me, none of these were accidents. They were initiations of fire. Loneliness was not abandonment. It was consecration. Heaven had to pull you away from voices that could not carry your frequency, so you would learn to hear the divine whisper. Rejection was not a curse. It was redirection, forcing you into places where your light could truly shine. Fear came like a shadow to test your courage, to force you to decide whether you would bow to darkness or rise in faith. Misunderstanding from others was the price of carrying mysteries too deep for common minds. You were never meant to be fully understood. You were meant to be revealed in due season. Every trial you faced was fire, but fire does not only burn, it forges. You were being refined like gold, purified until every false layer melted away. What you thought was breaking you was actually branding you with heaven's mark. So lift your head, chosen one. The pain was prophecy. The struggle was proof. The fire was initiation. And now, because you endured, you are ready to carry what others cannot touch. Chosen one, every destiny must pass through portals. These are not doors you open with your hands, but thresholds you cross with your spirit. Each portal reshapes you, strips you, and awakens you into greater light. And though the process is painful, it is sacred. Because only through these initiations do you rise unstoppable. There are 4 portals marked for those called to greatness, and you have been walking through them, often without even realizing it. The fire gate. The first is the fire gate. It is not gentle, it is not quiet, it is consuming. In this season, everything false around you and within you begins to burn. Relationships that do not serve your calling begin to collapse. Opportunities that once looked secure suddenly vanish. Comforts you relied on are removed, and the flames leave you stripped. At first, you may think it is punishment, but it is purification. Fire is never sent to destroy the chosen. It is sent to refine. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every loss, it has been the fire stripping away what could not go with you into your destiny. At the fire gate, you learn that nothing external defines you. You come out lighter, sharper, unshakable. The flame leaves only the essence of who you are. And when you pass through this gate, you emerge with eyes blazing with purpose. The silent river. The second is the silent river. After the fire, you expect breakthrough, but instead, you are placed in stillness. This is the season of silence where heaven hides you. You feel unseen, unheard, even forgotten. The phone doesn't ring. The doors don't open. The crowd disappears. But the river is not empty. It is sacred. Here, you learn to hear the voice within. The world cannot see your progress, but deep beneath the surface, the currents of transformation are flowing. Divine whispers become louder in solitude. Dreams sharpen. Revelation deepens. The silent river teaches you patience, dependence, and the art of moving with divine timing instead of human rush. Do not despise this portal. It is here where warriors are trained in secret. It is here where prophets receive codes. When you pass through the silent river, you emerge with a depth others cannot explain, carrying wisdom that cannot be taught in classrooms. The breaking shell. The third is the breaking shell. This is perhaps the most painful portal, because here, your very identity begins to crack. The version of you that once worked no longer fits. The masks you wore to survive begin to shatter. The roles you played to please others collapse. You feel undone, raw, vulnerable, as if the shell that once protected you is now suffocating you. Chosen one, understand? The shell was never meant to be permanent. It was a temporary container, holding you until the right moment. But shells must break for life to expand. The caterpillar cannot remain inside once wings are formed. The seed cannot fulfill its destiny if it stays unbroken. At this portal, your old self dies so your true self can rise. The breaking is violent, yes. People may walk away. Old titles may fall off. Everything familiar may vanish. But what emerges is authenticity, freedom, and power. When the shell breaks, the false self crumbles, and the radiant core of your being is revealed. The radiant dawn, the fourth, is the radiant dawn. This is the emergence, the moment when you step out of shadows into light. After fire, after silence, after breaking, you rise with clarity, authority, and unstoppable momentum. This is when doors open not by effort, but by destiny. This is when your name is spoken in rooms you've never entered. This is when the alignment of heaven meets the readiness of your soul. The radiant dawn is not the end. It is the beginning of dominion. Here you no longer chase, you attract. You no longer strive, you flow. Your presence carries weight, because you have survived what would have destroyed others. The light around you is undeniable, and even those who resisted before are forced to acknowledge the glow. At the radiant dawn, you no longer explain yourself. You no longer beg for recognition. You stand as living proof that destiny cannot be delayed, and what is sealed for you cannot be stolen. Chosen one, these four portals, the fire gate, the silent river, the breaking shell, and the radiant dawn are the sacred initiations of the unstoppable. Every struggle you faced was a passageway. Every silence was training. Every breaking was birth. And now, as you rise, you carry the authority of one who has walked through the gates and emerged transformed. Remember this: the portals are not punishments, they are promotions. Each one unlocks codes, frequencies, and powers within you that could not awaken any other way. You are not behind, you are aligned. And because you endured the passage, you now stand ready to walk in unstoppable light. Chosen one. The fire you endured, the silence you survived, and the breaking you embraced were not just seasons, they were divine surgery. Deep within you, unseen to the natural eye, the very codes of your spirit have been rewritten. Your DNA of destiny has been activated. Heaven's frequency now runs through your veins. This is why you feel the shift in your body. Surges of energy, waves of chills, moments of unexplainable peace followed by bursts of urgency. It is the spiritual rewiring taking place. Old patterns have been deleted. New circuits of power are being installed. You are not who you once were, and you never will be again. Now, when you enter a room, the atmosphere bends. Conversations shift. Darkness trembles. Light intensifies. Why? Because you now carry frequencies that shift rooms. What others call coincidence is resonance. People may stare without knowing why. Strangers may feel comfort or conviction in your presence. This is the power of the codes you carry, the divine alignment flowing through you. Chosen one, you are no longer just flesh and bone. You are a walking frequency, a living portal, a transmitter of heaven's vibrations. This is why the warfare against you was so fierce, because the enemy knew once these codes activated, you would become unstoppable. And now, that time has come. Chosen one, you have felt the breaking, the inner collapse, the cracking of who you thought you were. This is not the end. It is the unveiling. The old self, built on survival, fear, and masks, has shattered. The fragments you mourn were never meant to last. They were shells, coverings, temporary garments to protect you until the true you could emerge. See yourself now as the phoenix rising from ashes. What burned away was not your essence, but your illusion. What collapsed was not your destiny, but the prison around it. Every false identity, every role you played to please others, every mask you wore to be accepted, it has fallen. And though it felt violent, it was liberation. This is the hour where you must release what no longer belongs. Do not cling to the ashes. Step boldly into the glow. For within you shines an authenticity that cannot be hidden. The radiance of your true essence is brighter than the shell that once confined you. You are reborn. You are renewed. You are radiant. Let the world see the glow without apology. The old you is gone. The authentic you has risen, and nothing can force you back into the broken shell. You are light unveiled, unstoppable, and unshakable. Chosen one, even as the winds roar and the chaos rages, you are not abandoned. Heaven has not left you exposed. When the storm rises, you are not tossed aimlessly. You are carried, for it is written upon your destiny. Heaven encamps around you. Yes, the lightning may flash, the thunder may shake, but your foundation is sealed. The storm does not come to destroy you. It comes to reveal that you are unshakable. In the eye of every battle, there is a sanctuary prepared. and that sanctuary is within you. The angels stand watch over your path. The hand of the divine covers you like a shield. The very chaos that threatens others becomes the confirmation that you are protected by higher law. Though thousands may fall, you remain standing, wrapped in unseen light. Take comfort, chosen one. You are divinely guarded. No storm has the authority to end what heaven has sealed. You walk through turbulence, but you do not walk alone. Even now, in the tempest, you are safe, you are kept, you are unbreakable. Chosen one, hear this decree. Your days of lack are finished. I declare wealth is being unlocked. Not just coins in your hand, but abundance in every dimension of your life. You will no longer scrape for survival. You will overflow as a fountain. What was withheld is being released. The vaults of heaven recognize your name, and the seals of limitation have been broken. Authority now rests upon you. No longer will you bow to fear, to rejection, to smallness. You are crowned with dominion. You will speak, and doors will open. You will step forward, and atmospheres will shift. For you carry not just words, you carry frequencies. Your voice is a key. Your presence is a decree. Healing flows through you. Every wound that tried to bury you has become oil. Every scar has become a river. You will touch and transform. Your testimony itself will heal, for it carries the vibration of survival turned into triumph. Restoration is yours. Relationships mended, opportunities returned, years redeemed. Chosen one, understand this truth. You are not ordinary flesh walking the earth. You are walking as a living portal. Portals carry worlds within them. Portals release what is unseen into what is visible. Wherever you go, heaven goes. Wherever you stand, light bursts forth. You are unstoppable, unbreakable, undeniable. This is your empowerment prophecy, sealed in fire and spoken for this appointed hour. Chosen one, do not think your transformation will go unnoticed. When your frequency shifts, the world around you must respond. Some will resist. They will mock, envy, and whisper, not because you are wrong, but because your light reveals their shadows. Your rising unsettles what is stagnant, and not everyone can endure that reflection. Others will distance themselves, unable to comprehend the codes you now carry. To them, your presence feels too heavy, too radiant, too sharp. They may label you strange, but understand, this is the reaction of those who cannot yet tune to your frequency. Yet there will also be those who honor you. They will feel your glow and be drawn to it, even if they cannot explain why. They will respect the authority in your voice, the fire in your eyes, the calm that rests on your shoulders. Some will follow you, not because you asked, but because destiny magnetizes them toward you. Chosen one, the world cannot ignore you. Whether in resistance or reverence, your frequency demands acknowledgement. You have become a living signal, and every soul you encounter will either flee from the glow or be transformed by it. Chosen one, lift your eyes beyond the now, for I must show you a glimpse of what lies ahead. Doors that were once locked will swing wide at your arrival. Opportunities that bypassed you before will now chase after you. Paths you never imagined will open, and your name will be carried into places you have not yet stepped. This is not just about you. It is about the bloodline you carry. Generational blessings are being released through you. What your ancestors longed for but could not touch, you will hold in your hands. Cycles of lack, patterns of delay, curses of limitation, they break with you. And through you, generations after will walk freer, lighter, stronger. But more than open doors and blessings, your life becomes a legacy. You will not be remembered for surviving. You will be remembered for reigning. Your story will be a testimony carved into time, a beacon for others to follow when they feel lost. Chosen one, hear this. You are called not just to survive, but to reign. Your destiny is dominion. Your path is authority. Your future is brilliance wrapped in eternal purpose. And nothing can stop what heaven has already decreed over you. Chosen one, hear this decree in the Spirit. You are unshakable, unstoppable, unbreakable. Every trial, every tear, every night of silence has led to this moment. What once broke you now builds you. What once crushed you now crowns you. The codes of heaven are sealing your transformation even as these words reach your ears. I declare over you, no force of darkness can reverse this. No storm can undo it. No betrayal can steal it. For your destiny has been locked in the vault of eternity. And today, the seal has been broken to release it. The invisible scroll has opened, and your name has been called. From this day, heaven has lifted you. You are carried on frequencies that cannot fail. Portals align to your footsteps. Light surrounds your path. The blessings you thought were delayed are suddenly accelerated. The prayers you thought were unanswered have been answered in hidden places, waiting for this appointed hour to manifest. Chosen one, you are no longer who you were. The old cycles are closed, the old chains are shattered, the old limits are erased. You step now into unstoppable dominion, sealed by the decree of heaven itself. Lift your head, breathe deeply, and know this truth. From this day forward, you will never be the same again. This is the sealing. This is the decree. This is the covenant over your life. You are unshakable. You are unstoppable. You are unbreakable. Chosen one, you have received the decree, but now you must respond. Destiny is never passive. It demands action. This is your moment to seal what heaven has spoken with a covenant gesture. When you subscribe, when you like, when you comment, you are not merely clicking, you are aligning your spirit. Write the word dominion in the comments as a prophetic stamp. Let it be your declaration in the earth that you agree with what has been released over your life. Each act of agreement becomes a signature in the unseen, a record that your spirit aligned with this frequency. Your agreement writes this prophecy into reality. It is your yes, your seal, your covenant action. Do not delay, for delay breaks alignment. Move now, and let heaven witness your obedience. Subscribe as a prophetic act. Like as a token of sealing. Comment as the covenant that your future has shifted. From this day forward, your journey is no longer hidden. You walk as one marked, chosen, unstoppable. This is your sacred alignment. This is your activation. And as you step into it, may every word spoken here manifest in undeniable power.